Hello, 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 and welcome back to another exciting episode of our Albion campaign. In our last episode, we decided to give the AI control of many of our armies and just see how the automated armies would do. And the short version is they did not do so well. We did end up winning the war, as you can see. We have expanded a little bit over here, as well as in here. We took, I forget who this was, the Kantians or something, but we took their land. But we lost a lot of men doing it. We actually lost a couple, I think, full armies. So, in today's episode, we are going to, of course, look to keep expanding. We are always looking to keep expanding, but we are mostly looking to just rebuild the forces that we had. So, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to first put these armies somewhere where they won't take any attrition. You won't take attrition there. You shouldn't take... Nope, you would. You won't take attrition. There. Alright, it looks like I have Londinium prospers. Awesome. I could get 76 gold. 76 gold is fine. They could get a marketplace. You know what? Let's go ahead and give them... You know what? Let's quickly look and see what Londinium currently has. So I guess that would fill up one of my building slots. In this case, I'm just going to take the 76 gold. And instead of filling up a building slot with a marketplace, let's see what a marketplace would have given me. It would have given me my commerce value up by 25%. Not amazing. Oh, looks like we defeated some pirates. Good for them. Instead, I think I'm just going to keep on going and this time build another academy. That seems like it would be good. We need a new governor for this province. Let's see who has a good high finesse but's also really loyal. Urca seems to be just fine there. She is going to immediately get to work on assimilating our population here. They are going to be, it's going to be quite a while. I will probably look to turning this into a city and then using that city to build some temples. We have an oratory advance, awesome. That's going to mean country civilization level up by 2%, which is great. Also monthly governor loyalship up. Some of these inventions are probably going to be pretty good, especially that governor loyalty. So that is level 4. We are, of course, teching up as fast as we can. We're getting about 92, 91 research points per month. That's not terrible, but it's also not amazing. Let's go ahead and make that a little bit better by increasing our national citizen output. Perfect, wonderful. We do have one man who's disloyal. He's a researcher. He's 71 years old, but he doesn't look to be dying anytime soon. That's okay. He's not causing too much trouble as the researcher. We could lose 484 gold, but gain 10 popularity, of which we already have a huge amount, so that actually doesn't work out so well. Let's see, I could lose about half that, get some local citizen happiness. You know what? I'm just going to lose half of it. We are gaining back our manpower very quickly. I'm going to go ahead and just start building some cohorts. I think I'm going to go with, let's start out with 5 archers. We will, of course, add more to that. And over here, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and just add... I'm going to make this a full-on sieging army. I think the sieging army I had was completely and utterly wiped out, which isn't amazing. So I'm actually going to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more skirmishers, and in this case, I'm going to build 5 mounted cavalry. Now, why am I building the mounted skirmishers? I'm building the mounted skirmishers so that if I were to take this army of 15,000 men to go siege a fort, I could actually assault the fort, lose a bunch of my light infantry, and in case the fort assault did not succeed, hopefully I would have enough cavalry to then maintain the fort anyway. Let's take a look. Any inventions I want. It's going to cost me 324 gold. I could get that diplomatic reputation up. Or, in fact, I might go ahead and get this national tribesman output. I don't like having a ton of tribesmen. I don't like having a ton of tribesmen, but I do have a ton of tribesmen. Like, if I look around, especially in some of these newly conquered territories, I have a bunch of tribesmen. Like look, 46 tribesmen in this province. 50 tribesmen in this province. 41 there. Yeah, and so, while I don't have near as many tribesmen here in mainland Britain, I think I am going to go ahead and get tribesmen up, even though I've been avoiding that one for a long time. I also think I'm going to go ahead and get primary culture happiness up. That looks good as well. I'm not worried about buying even those very expensive inventions because look at this. I am getting 55 gold per month, and that's with full army and fort maintenance. So I am not worried in the slightest about that at all. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and add, let's do 5 chariots here too. I like having nice round numbers of troops. I usually like to stick in like a stack of like 15, maybe up that to 20, 25 a little bit later, but roll with a bunch of stacks of 15 and, you know, just kind of go from there. We have built a library in Brandunium. As we continue, now we're going to build some theaters. Those theaters will just help us convert some of the pops that we've forcibly moved into the region. In fact, in Brandunium itself, there are 5 Gallic pops there, which, honestly, maybe 2 theaters is overkill. I might think about tearing one down once I successfully convert the pops. I'm going to build another academy here, because it has, look at that, 69 citizens. That's amazing. And those 69 citizens are going to benefit from the academy, which increases the amount of research points made. It also increases the pop promotion speed. I'll go ahead. Oh, no, I missed the fish trade offer. Oh, well. I have 131 political influence. I'm going to go ahead and hit this promote infrastructure spending there. Now I have 70 political influence. I'm going to wait one more month and hit promote infrastructure spending in this province as well. Because I have, what, 3 cities in this province? So that will help me quite a bit. We can probably go ahead and move from governor influence. I'm going to go ahead... Oh, a comet has been sighted. We gain 10 stability. I don't think we own a region in the Condate. So I think we're good there. Our stability is increased. We are looking good, looking good. I'm going to go ahead and promote some infrastructure spending. But then once I get the 10 political influence that I need, so in just a couple months, I'm going to change this from civilization effort into something like social mobility, maybe? Or maybe centralize the province a little bit. Looks like people want some grain. I'll go ahead and get rid of my earthware. That's fine. Once you hit a certain point... So, obviously, Paradox is not done with this game. They are really working to overhaul it. Next is the Livy update, which I am very excited for because of how they're changing up the army attrition and recruitment a little bit. I'm excited about the idea of supply wagons. I hope that that is not just a nuisance and that it's implemented really well. We'll see what happens. I'll go ahead and trade away the wood. That's fine. We'll see what happens there. But one thing I am excited for them to do is kind of overhaul trade a little bit, because at this point, once I'm just producing so much, and I guess that's part of having a large empire of the time. Obviously, trade is extremely important, but it also feels very surface level, like, oh, I'm producing another arbitrary one good, so like, I guess I'll hit the export button, you know, accept one of these export buttons, and make some money off of it. I also think that they could do something a little bit kind of similar to what they've done with like Victoria 2 in the past. I'll go ahead and gain some loyalty. And it would gain a fortress. Or I could get 80. So well, actually, hold on. The territory of Velaboria. Let's go ahead and find that. Velaboria. Okay, I don't think you need a fortress. So in this case, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the 80 gold. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, about the like, you know, if I am producing 1 leather with every 5 slaves or whatever, why can't with 8 slaves I produce like 1.3 leather? And like use that as a... I know that the Paradox math would work out. I know that they are smart enough to like work it out to where like, oh, I'm producing 1.3 goods of leather. So then I make just a little bit more of that. And maybe, I don't know. I don't know. They are obviously a lot smarter at this and have been doing this a lot more than I have. I do feel like trade is going to be something that they kind of probably have a whole update focused towards. We'll see if it's going to be, you know, a major like paid update or not, but the way I see it, and I know a lot of people are upset about the Paradox DLC policy, and I admit that, you know, I wasn't a huge fan of how kind of empty Imperator Rome felt at the beginning, but I also don't really hate their DLC program that much, because, yeah, they, one, don't price their games, you know, $60 normally anyway, and so if, you know, down the line, they want to add a whole bunch of content and make me feel like I have a whole almost brand new game, like, yeah, I'll pay 10, 15 bucks for that. Sure, why not? Especially because they don't, you know, it's not like I'm paying $10 or $15 a month. I don't know. Maybe it's, I'm not, maybe it'd be more annoying if I had like a slightly tighter income. I don't know. But I personally don't mind the DLC structure that much. Although I would kind of like them to refocus the trade a little bit and keep that as one of the free patches. Obviously, I want as much free stuff as possible, but I understand that Paradox got to get paid too. And when they do get paid, they have chances to make awesome games. And while I do think, you know, Imperator Rome needs a lot of work, indeed they have been working at it a lot, and honestly, I'm having a ton of fun with it right now. So I promise that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to stop talking about the DLC structure. No one really wants to hear me talk about that too much, but that's just kind of my 2 cents on the deal. Anyway, if you don't like the DLC structure and think that I'm just completely wrong, feel free to dislike the video. If you know, or comment, tell me I'm wrong. I don't care. I personally think it's not terrible. Alright, so anyway, I still don't see any inventions that I necessarily want. I think it's time to go ahead and change this to, what did we decide? Was it centralized population or social mobility? Pop promotion speed up would be great, especially because I'm building a lot of, yeah, that's going to help me get rid of some of these tribesmen. I'm going to go with social mobility for a little while. Let's get rid of some of these tribesmen. Yeah, look at how fast these pops are going to start promoting now. Of course, now I'm promoting a slave to a freeman. That's cool. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and build another library so that when they do promote, actually, let's build a few more libraries. This way, when they do promote, they will promote into citizens, which is what I want. I'm going to go ahead and delete one of these forums. That way Actually, I might go ahead and delete both of these forums. That's going to make the freemen a little less happy, but right now they're fine happiness-wise, right? Yeah, and I, after all, want them to start promoting into more citizens. So that is going to be fine. Let us go ahead and fabricate a claim on you. Covert actions, fabricate a claim. Who are we, where are we thinking? Where are we thinking? I'm thinking Belovakia. Belovakia has been, I mean, honestly, I'm hoping to take all of this. Honestly, I want to knock the Icenians out of here. Not just because they are right here at our borders, but honestly, mostly because I hate our white color sitting right up next to their white color. It's just, you know, also the colonized region. I want to go ahead and start colonizing some because, I mean, look at this. It doesn't even look like we have a border between the uncolonized land and the colonized land. Speaking of, let's actually take a look at the number of Iceni pops in this area. It actually seems like we have a lot. Can I colonize this? Yes, I can. So now I'm actually going to go ahead and start moving some pops around. Let's, I guess that's all the Iceni pops I can move around at the current moment. Can I colonize anywhere else? No, I can't. So we'll start to think about slowly expanding. I'm not going to do, well, we'll see what happens. I might do that whole Iceni colonization rush, turn this empire into basically a migratory tribe and just go ahead and colonize all of this land. We'll see. Alright, it looks like we have some reforms possible. We can either get military reforms, which will give us increased national unrest, but also increase, manpower recovery speed increased for the next 20 years. And we get 80 political influence? Yeah, I'm going to go for it. I get it. It's going to hurt my unrest levels, but right now I feel pretty good. I honestly want to build more, especially... Yeah, so now I'm going to be getting almost 1,000 per month. I want to be building more troops just in general. I currently have... I'm just going to round this army out with... Let's just do 5,000 more archers. I honestly kind of wanted some heavy infantry, but I guess I'll have to build any heavy infantry in the mainland. Let's go to Venta and recruit some warriors. I'm going to make a full-on heavy army. It's going to be a monster to... it's going to be a monster on the supplies. And again, I'm really excited about the Livy update because we're going to have things like supply wagons added in. I'm super excited. Where I feel like you'll have to like send your men on campaigns and they'll have to come back and like refill their supply wagons. I really hope that it, you know, feels much more like that. Maybe they take more supply attrition in the winter. We'll see. We'll see how it all works. I hope they implement it really well. I'm sure they will. Well, we'll see. Alright, I think you no longer need to be on this governor policy at all, do you? Instead, I think I'm going to go ahead and build a city here. Turn this into a city. Found a city, congrats. And I'm going to go ahead and centralize the population. Let's get more people into this city of Hesulium. We're going to gain some more political influence. Sure, I love that. Yeah, we still don't have a claim here yet. We're getting there. Let's look. All of you are still converting pops. That's perfect. How many Iceni? You have a lot of Iceni, but probably not a ton of Iceni slaves. Let's see. Can I move some Iceni slaves here? Yes, I can. Let's move all of the Iceni slaves there. And let's go ahead and probably colonize. We have some pirates. You only have one person there. Can I go here? Yeah, we'll colonize this. And now let's move some Iceni slaves here. No, just the 2, 3. Alright. We'll get there. I'll go ahead and trade away those fish. Let's see, still just have the one person who is disloyal. That's going to be fine. How close are we to getting a new tech? We are a long way away from getting a new tech, but we have finally crossed that 100 research points per month. That is awesome. Can you remember back when we first started this campaign, when we were just this small, backwards country of Icenia, and we were getting like 0.2 research points per month? Boy, how the tables have turned. We are now getting plenty of research per month. Of course, we are having to play a little bit of catch-up. Go ahead and accept some of these, but probably not any of the ones for grain. I think I'm happy not accepting the grain quite yet. How are you looking up here? Are we... Oh, would you look at this? We may be civilized enough to stop some of the barbarians from spawning in this southern barbarian spawn region. That is big, and soon maybe this place will be there too. In fact, I kind of want to build a city here, like a far northern city. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I think I'm also going to make it the capital. It's going to cost some political influence, but I'm going to make it the capital. Hopefully some more of my pops will move into there. We are suffering from low food supply here. That's, I think, just going to have to be the way it is. That's fine. Alright, I have one cohort here, and I'm going to go ahead and make this heavy army. So I'm going to do 4 more warriors. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heavy cavalry. And I'm going to just do 5 archers. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be for now. I could think about building some chariots. What are chariots good against again? They're good against light cav as well as light infantry. But I feel like the role of the chariots are going to be played by our 5 heavy cavalry. So I'm going to start out with just these 15 cohorts. And I don't like the name, the 5th Warband. I don't know. I think I might just call them the heavy army. How about the heavy ones? They're going to be nice and heavy. Uh-oh. Our emperor, our grand, our glorious, our god emperor has unfortunately gotten cancer. So that's going to hurt him quite a bit, including taking down 1% of health. So he's going to last for, what, another 100 months at most? Not good, not good. Let's see what will happen once he dies. Looks like Lucterius Sonorus will become our new king. He has one son who is only 3 years old. Who knows, maybe by the time he grows up, he will be a great and glorious military leader. In the meantime, Lucterius looks upon his father with great sadness, as he knows that his father will soon pass from this world, but at the same time, he feels a great meaning and purpose, because he knows that he is destined to be the next great emperor of the Albion and start us expanding down southward again. So in this case, I think I'm going to go ahead and just... I don't want to have him flogged because he is my next ruler, so I'm just going to say this is none of our business. Even though that is going to cost me some loyalty with one of my governors. Keep checking this inventions tab just to see if there's anything else I want. There really isn't, not at least yet. Let's go ahead and give you a commander. How about you? Yeah, you have +1, and you get that light cavalry discipline up. That's good. Let's go ahead and get you situated, shall we? I'm gonna put you back in port. Where's my other navy? You are going to be used as a ferry. Let's do naval landing. And I'm wanting to move you to here. I'm going to go ahead and build another, let's do just another light army, kind of like this one, kind of like the third warband, where I will just recruit, let's do 5 archers, 5 light infantry, and 5 chariots. A nice little round number of 15. Hopefully no one up here in our region of Gaul will be able to stand up to that kind of force. We shall see, though. Alright, so here's what I think I am going to do. I am going to go ahead and start the colonization gravy chain. So I'm going to move 2, 3, 4, 5. Need some more Icenes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Your Iceni, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to go ahead and move those 13 Iceni slaves to Bruges. Now I'm going to move them across the border. Where are all those Iceni slaves in Bruges? Right there, 1, 2. And I'll go ahead and take a few more as well. Now I'm going to take those and move them where? Let's go to here. And you know what this means. It is almost time for the Iceni Great Migration. Looks like our claim has been fabricated, so I'm going to put on pause our Great Migration temporarily, and I'm going to open up Declare War. They are going to be joined by their ally, but it looks like the Sassonians are already having more than they can handle in a war anyway, so I am going to go ahead and say that we can take Belovakia. That's also going to help, I think. I'm going to take as much land as I can. They don't have a single military advancement. I'm definitely not going to use that AI control. I'm just going to go ahead and move on in. Let these 15,000 men... This was a sieging army, so they're actually going to go straight for the capital. While all of that's happening, I think I can come here and hit the colonize button and just start moving my people around. For some reason, I can't hit the move pop here button. Oh, what have I done? Why can I not move pops to there? Oh well. We'll see what happened. Alright. Hessulum has become a city and it is now producing cloth. Are you Hessulum? No. Where was Hessulum? Hessulum was down here. Perfect. I am centralizing it. Hopefully it will have more and more people. I'm going to go ahead and spend some of this money and make it into a library-heavy place. You are going to go here now. These armies are just going to sit here and wait for this to siege. Actually, you can move. No, you will sit there. They are taking the capital. I have no interest in that. Form these up. And why can I not move my pops to my new territory? Move pop here. It seems they're stuck. Okay, well, I will just have to wait. Or I could move a bunch of pops here. Which means I will now be able to colonize this. And let's keep this moving, shall we? Let's at least retake, or let's at least colonize this whole province, right? Colonize here, you pops, move pop. Is this how the colonization feature was designed to be? Probably not, but is it what is working for us at the current moment? Yes, most definitely. Colonize there. Let's start moving some slaves around. Oh, looks like we have another omen power. We are losing a lot of manpower. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and get that national citizen output. Let's take a look and see how this war is going. Yeah, it doesn't look like they want to attack us. I'm going to go ahead and just... Nope, nope, nope. You stay. Oh no, what have I done? Alright, it didn't cancel it out. You're going to come back here. You are going to come here. There's no reason for us to sit here and take attrition. You're going to come back here. In fact, do I think about... No, I'm not going to assault it. There's no reason to. This is a nice chill war. I see no reason to worry too much. Ooh, 93 loyalty. Yes, please. 8th warband is yours. And we will continue our gravy train. And just like that, look, we have completed this province and are going to go ahead and... Let's go ahead and just keep colonizing. We have made contact with these strange people. They speak a different language. Some call them the Germanics. Little do they know that they have just met the great Iceni people, some of the most civilized people in the entire world, only wishing to spread more civilization to Northern Gaul. Of course, look at what we may have to contend with very soon. I personally cannot wait to actually have to fight with Rome. That's going to be a fight in itself, and we are definitely going to need more heavy ones. I'm going to actually go ahead and do that. First, I'm going to build another... Let's do another library here. No, actually, let's take that away. Build 2 more academies. That's going to help the pop promotion speed a little bit. Now, the downside about all of this colonization is that the more I do, the more I'm hurting my research efficiency because I'm getting more pops, and the pops that I'm colonizing, like I'm taking over here, these are not civilized pops, you know? At least they are not civilized yet. They will be, because they have met the great and the glorious Iceni people. And the Iceni people are extremely civilized. In fact, is Venta maybe the most civilized place in the world? Its civilization value is 83. Let's take a look at just some of the other prominent cities in the world. Rome has a civilization value of 58. Wow. You usually are pretty civilized, 57. Pella is usually pretty civilized, 63. Let's look at Alexandria, and you're usually pretty civilized, 79. Oh my goodness. Are we the most civilized? 53. The only others that I can really think of would maybe be like Babylon. 62. Wow, so our civilization value is just off the charts and still growing. Wow. This is amazing. We have won our siege. We have taken the land. Now we can continue to move forward. And indeed we will. And although at this point it looks like we may have to sue for peace sooner rather than later. Not because... Oh no! I wanted that territory. Looks like we're not going to get it. It's okay. Our armies will just keep doing what they're doing. And our great migration will continue to move forward. Yeah, this can't be how this colonization mechanic was intended to be used. But why not use it this way? Would it... I mean, I have the money. I'm making the money every single week. Or every single month. Why not just... Oh, looks like I have more pirate issues. I'm cool with that. Pirates don't scare me. What scares me is actually Rome. Rome, although... I'm gonna go ahead and take this. I'll take the loyalty. That's awesome. Yeah, Rome is kind of scary at this point. They have taken a lot of Gaul. Although, the bright spot about them taking Gaul is they are also taking relatively uncivilized land, just like I am. So they are having to contend with the same problem I have, where they're taking in a lot of tribesmen. That's probably going to hurt their research ratio. So, hey, that's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and just keep on keeping on the colonization train. We'll go here first. Move the pops. I guess I can go ahead and just do this while we're all paused. No reason to really rush this. I guess I did say, kind of preach about the DLC policy and how I hoped that they, you know, expanded on the trade mechanics a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and say that probably a good idea to expand, or just make it so that people can't do what I'm doing. It feels very exploratory, like I'm exploiting the game in some fundamental way. Because the AI is not doing this, you know? The AI is not just creating this, like, migrant horde, you know, unless they're a migratory tribe, which then it works a little bit differently. But here I'm just, like, creating this migrant horde of slaves. I'm just, like, walking these, you know, 10 pops of slaves just all across the modern-day Netherlands and into Germany. And as I get there, I'm like, hey, this is my land now because, see, I brought all these slaves with me. And now I'm just going to take them out and move them on. In this case, move them on to, Sicambria. So we'll go ahead and colonize this too. And we'll move our gravy train on to Sicambria. From Sicambria, where do we go? How about here? There it works for me. Let's go ahead and move them. Where to after this? How about Landia? Landia's been taken. Where from Landia shall we go? Well, how about we come here and then just work our way back up? This takes some time. I get that it's not super entertaining. but it is kind of super satisfying, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so I was just saying how much I don't really love how the migratory, but it's very satisfying to just see your color just creep on over this whole region. And maybe I am expanding in just a patently offensive way, and maybe I'll pay for it later, although I kinda doubt it. Anyway, I have been going for about 35 minutes. I think this is where I'm actually going to wrap up for today. We have made decent progress. We've definitely won this war. We have rebuilt our armed forces somewhat, although I actually think I'm going to build a couple more armies pretty early into the next episode. And of course, in the next episode, I would look to go ahead and see Albion stretch all the way from the tip of Scotland and the Orkney Isles all the way to Bohemia. Anyway, I actually had a lot of fun in this episode, even though I just kind of messed around with the colonization mechanic a little bit. Also look to us to go ahead and expand into Germania. I think just taking all of this, just taking the entire north would look good, or would be great. And then, who knows, maybe in the next episode or two we will actually start to have some complications with the Roman menace in the south. I definitely want in a major part of this campaign to just kind of be to push Rome back to where it belongs, to Italy, and see where we can take Albion. But that is all for today. I've been Ben the Bold, you have been you, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.